free roam because I am going to finish those treasure maps. I'm actually having some technical goofiness today. I have an iMac that I stopped using about a year ago because I had a UPS and the battery just suddenly went bad, and I didn't have another UPS to put it on, and I didn't want to run it without a UPS because we were actually having power issues at the time. So that Mac basically holds all my data, so you know, leaving it off is better than having it on. Hi Mom, welcome. Well, I also use Dropbox, and I have a lot of files on Dropbox because I'm an artist and I have a lot of, you might call them stock photos. Not quite the right term, but for the purposes of this conversation it's fine. And, well, so, I mean, Dropbox has a feature where instead of asking the internet to go find all my files, it'll ask the nearby machines if they're already on Dropbox and already have the files. And I think what's going on is my Mac and my laptop were having a conversation that would be overpowering Wi-Fi in my office where my place is. And I have had to reboot my router twice now. And by the way, one other weird artifact of this is it was making my wireless keyboard not work. So I'm not sure if that's exactly the problem, but I did turn that feature off, and I did what am I trying to say? I had to reboot my PlayStation, and it was a mess. Okay, let's see my daily objectives real quick. Wow, they really want me to travel by train today. Well, there's a train here. Let's see if I can catch it. Think I can catch it? I think it's gotten well ahead of me here. I can hear it. Come on, horse. Come on, horse! Oh, you stupid. The idea was you were supposed to catch up with me as I was running, you dump. Yes, I called him a dump. No. You don't get to complain. You should be paying more attention at intersections anywhere there, buddy. Alrighty. Alright. Well... this time I gotta go 2 miles by train. Oh, that lonely tree. So last night, well, for Christmas, we tried to get our gray stray kitty some salmon, and he ate it, but didn't feel the enthusiasm. So that was a gift from Santa, and so we asked Santa about it, and he said try tuna. So we got tuna, and we put that out last night, and he finished that in record time. he really downed that bowl, like, real quick. And we're thinking, cool. Well, to our surprise, he was crashed out in a little cubby hole. Our building has, on the lower levels, a punch room that heat. The shots. Hold on. Well, they're up to no good. Uh-oh. Am I gonna be able to finish my objective here? I'm gonna hide. I'm hiding. So, we worry about him because look, we're in California, it doesn't rain that often. I'm friendly, please don't hurt me, I'm just on the train to do my daily objective. Hi, I'm friendly, hello. Hi. Hi, I'm friendly. How do I do the... Hi, buddy. Can I do the, Here we go. Hi! 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 Okay. Cool. As long as we're cool. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but, let's see how my objective's going. Hey, halfway there! So, there's that little cubby hole's behind a bush. You can't really get in there, so it's a nice safe spot for him. And we can see him from our window, so we can check on him, but he doesn't have to worry about us bugging him. So that's a good all-around solution. And it's kind of fun watching the side of that roof there change detail levels on us. Well, I don't actually know how warm that is in there, but I do have a thermal imager, and I was able to look at that with the thermal imager. There's definitely heat coming out of that, so we think he's safe from the rain and the cold in there, and that's pretty cool. So the prevailing theory right now is that he ate the tuna and then crashed last night. And we find that kind of funny. So he's gonna get some more tuna on New Year's. And if he's good, we might keep stocking it. We'll see. It is interesting. We've seen him in the daylight a lot more the last couple of weeks. Kind of spending more time with us just because, like, it's really cold. And it is pretty cold here. I mean, it's not cold by the rest of the planet's standards, but you have to understand we're not ready for it. Like, I don't have a winter coat. And I mean, it is rare that we see our own breath, excuse me, when it's cold outside. But that's enough for us to go, it's too cold. I have, also in my apartment, my windows are not terribly energy efficient, so, like, I sleep next to my window, and, if my arm or something gets near the window and I wake up with, like, a frozen arm. Okay. Got about half a mile to go here. In other news, I may have my 3D printer working finally. This has been quite a journey. I'm trying to figure out how to concisely explain the story, but the short of it is, for a 3D printer to print something, it needs a file in a particular format, and what that format happens to be depends on the printer. And in the case of this one, it is undocumented that it supports a particular flavor, and now that I finally have, I'm actually printing something using that flavor right now, and an hour and a half when I open that up, if I see my shape in there, then I know that it worked, in which case, I'm rocking and rolling. I can print all kinds. For example, pencil holder for my wife. I'm also going to print a new sign for my apartment door. I live in a 13-story building, and they really don't want a 13th floor on the elevator. So, if you go to my building, the ground floor is called main, and the first floor is on the second floor. And what they told us to write as the address for stuff to get to us, and what the door actually says are two different things. So I want to print a new sign. There we go. I want to print a new sign. That may alleviate some issues. Now, by the way, one of the maps I've got is actually up here near Ansburg, so this is working in our favor here. Alright, what other challenges do I got? Okay. Non-player enemies looted. Okay. Western shipments. These challenges suck. Alright, let's go look at our maps here. Where am I? Oh. I think there's another one. I think this one is far away. Last one. Here, let me get off of here real quick. I love the oil sheen in the water there. This is the worst. I would never want to live in this city. They've succeeded in creating a genuinely nasty place. Pretty sure this one's south of here. Or it's... oh, okay. Two of these are practically next door to each other. Alright. Let's get my horse. Come here, per horse. Oh, where's my horse? Okay, he's not too far away. Horsey, horsey, horse. Come on, per horse. Oh, jeez, is he really going up the stairs? That's funny. Okay. Alright, well, let's head on over. Let's go get our gold. Yeah, you're making me nervous, dude. I had an art teacher like to say that. Turned into my art teacher. Actually, that'd be awesome, because she has a really good eye. Yeah, she used to say, you're making me nervous a lot, but to be fair, like, we got a Mac computer in our class. This was in the mid-90s, by the way. And let's just say, resources such as RAM were not abundant. And, one of my classmates was just a little too infatuated with that machine, and he decided to make his own font out of his own handwriting. It made it the system default, and yes, he successfully claimed that computer. Excuse me, sorry. I'm definitely in recover from mode, which is why I'm doing an uncharacteristic Red Dead at this time of day. Normally I do it later in the day because on the weekends I call my parents and... Oh, let that be a chipmunk, please. Wouldn't it be great if I accidentally fulfilled an objective? What is it? A songbird. How the hell did I kill a songbird?
Hey, partner.
Hello. I forgot what I was saying. I'm not sure that I haven't had a fever. I definitely had a couple of moments where it felt like I was recovering from one. Have you ever, like, went to scratch your arm or something and discovered you had a scab? And you're like, wait a minute, when did I get hurt? Well, that's kind of how my cold is working. Like, I never had the miserable, I don't feel like doing anything, there's pressure in my face, or I'm coughing or whatever. I never really had that. I just had that feeling of, uh-oh, this isn't going to be good. And it went all the way, it just went straight into, well, I missed that. But now my throat gets really dry, so I gotta keep drinks nearby. See, I should be cleaning out my storage locker right now, but I don't want to hold on to this cough, because I want to go back to work at full power. I don't like how three-dimensional this map is. Something I would never do in real life. Excuse me. I do apologize for the coughing. I wish I had, like, what radio performers have, where I could push a button while I cough that would mute my mic. But all I could do is turn off my mic and then turn it back on again, and I just don't care enough about you hearing my coughing to go through that. Meant as a little joke with a little bit of truth to it. We have been here before, although I think I was Arthur. Well, no, I might have been here as Daryl. I believe we're near a hideout, and I ended up clearing that hideout out. Whee! Oh, I totally would have loved doing that as a kid. Who knows how many clothes I've destroyed as a kid. I loved sliding down things like this. Whee! Oh, but if this thing I'm printing actually works, you will not believe the relief that'll be to me. Come on, Daryl. Is this... No, I'm mixing this up with another one. There was an Arthur mission where we went into a waterfall, but I think that was over by Valentine. And I think it was near that guy who was mad that a girl didn't like him, or something like that. And you basically tell him that there's other fish in the sea. Strawberry. I think you're right. Speaking of the other fish in the sea, incidentally, I know where they got that video clip of the water there. I saw a chat log once where this guy was dumped by this girl and he was upset about it. The other guy's like, dude, just find another girl. And the guy's like, look, imagine you had your copy of Street Fighter 2, and then that suddenly disappeared. You're never going to play Street Fighter 2 again. And somebody walked up to you and said, well, at least there's Mortal Kombat. And then there's a pause, and the guy goes, I've never had that explained so clearly to me before. It's like, yes, that was a meaningful metaphor. If I didn't have a froggy voice, I could have delivered it better. You know, one thing I am kind of learning from this is you're looking for man-made stuff. I just don't understand why somebody drops a loot box and then, like, draws a treasure map to it and just leaves it out there. Treasure map, it's supposed to be weird. Oh, I thought that was something right there, but that was just... See that right there? That's like a light shaft or something. Ah! Damn it! Thought I had it! You can tell I'm definitely in better humor. I totally understand that, Street Fighter. Oh, that's pretty good. See, it's gotta be... all I can say is I'm glad I'm not here for real. Well, at least I'm not getting inundated with, herbs. Well, go up and go under. For the record, I've never heard or felt my controller vibrate while doing this particular thing. I am well out of that. Actually, I don't think you can go above that waterfall either. I believe that's actually out of... well, maybe not. Let's see what happens when I go here. Oh dear. How do I... okay, well I'll try it. If I can get to that road. If I can get the high ground, I might be able to... narrow things down a bit. Boy, I hope that print works. Sorry, every now and then I can hear the printer over the mic. It's like, please work. Oh, Alaskan ginseng. Okay. Some more of that? Huh. That was just out there by itself. Wild. Literally. Is that it? I think that's it. I may have fun navigating to it. Oh, jeez. I feel like we're about to reenact The Fugitive here. Well, you know what though? This is where you hide something like this. Wait, is that a dead body? Okay, so they left the skeletal remains. Oh good, I got a bar and a half. I love that they left the skeletal remains with the outfits. Kinda like that. I can't take a picture of it? Boo. Alright, well. Oh shit. My horse is like, oh fuck you. Well, if this were Breath of the Wild, I could get out of this really easily. Okay, what do you think? Can I make it across? I genuinely thought I was going over that. Okie doke. I'm gonna start the next treasure map. Alrighty. So that wasn't too bad. That actually made sense, too. Wait, this is the wrong one. Crap. This is the one all the way out there, isn't it? Yeah. No, we're gonna do this one. Hyper horse. Alright, let's see. Well, it's not exactly right next door, but it'll work. Let's check on my... Oh, please check. No luck. Alright. This game has a sick sense of humor. Oh, excuse me. This game's trying to have me jump off a cliff. I don't mind this sound cue. I think this is okay. Shoot me. Ooh, that's pretty. Am I here? Okay. And what time is it? Crap. Let's see right over here. Something down there. Deer. How did I know that was sage? I didn't know it was hummingbird sage. Dirt! I wish they just let me record my own grunts for them. Would it be great? It just pops up a little karaoke-esque thing. Okay, now say this. D-yeah-ite. 3, 2, 1, dite! I don't care what anybody says. That was funny. Let's see. Yeah, not it. I can use a break. Oh, great. More sage. Yeah, I'll eat it. Actually, do I want to do that? Dang it, I waited too long. I was thinking of doing that event. Wow. Wait, is that it? I think that's it. Oh, I thought I saw it. Well, there's quite a bit to take here. Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Good to know. Man, I feel like one good cough would get rid of that for good. Welcome back. You haven't missed anything. I found some current, which actually would be helpful potentially, so I'm just going to go ahead and grab it. There was a free roam event where I could have gotten some gold, but I waited too long reading it, so missed it. That's alright though. I want to go ahead and get this gold while I'm thinking about it. I mean, we're already here. Is that more sage? Yeah. We have a second squirrel friend. He's not as friendly as Belushi. He's definitely skittish, but he doesn't entirely hate us either. He's a little bit like Gray in that there's a certain proximity he'll tolerate, and then he's like, yeah, you're too close. And he doesn't do the, oh, you're throwing food at me thing like Belushi does. And by the way, we're not sure Belushi is Belushi. We just call whatever chubby squirrel is nearby Belushi. Chubby and not terribly keen to run away from us. The real question is he named after John or James? We don't know. But we hope either would accept it as a compliment, because nothing's meant by it. Jeepers. It's quite a field here. Part of me kind of wonders if that's part of the goal of these treasure maps. I feel like the current that I picked up... Now, the current can replenish your Deadeye, which, if I were a little better at this game, I would use that more. In fact, I really should practice that for when I do the Showdown series. Anywho... but it can replenish your Deadeye, and I'm not sure... I've seen it before... I wish I could just give this to my horse. Well... I guess I could feed him and then, yeah, fuck it. It's the same horse is kind of a pain in the ass. I'll tell you, one thing I hate about my printer is that it has to submerge into liquid. And you can't see through the liquid, so I can't tell what's actually forming in there. What is that? It's a burbly thing, whatever it is. Okay. Let's take the high ground here. Dope. Oh, that's that. There's a fire. There's a campsite down there. I love my 5-cent bounty. I'm gonna attempt to get all the way to the top here. Or I'm gonna slide down and make myself shorter in the process. Man, it's gonna be the top of this, isn't it? Actually, I'd take it. Who held back the electric car? Who made Steve Hoover a star? We do. We do. Oh, you clumsy fart. Come on. I mean, this is where I would hide a treasure. Ooh, you got that pretty sunrise happening here. Oh, That bird chirping is so a morning sunrise bird chirp. I think we have those here in California, whatever the bird that is. Why do I think I gotta get up there? Let's see if I can get to the high ground here. No! Go up! Sorry, I laugh at the abuse I put my character through. I really don't like this guy. Excuse me. This may come as a surprise, but I'm really tired of this. But at least my cold is making me patient while I play the game here. Uh-oh. My horse is down there shouting, "Jump! Jump!" Oh, hello. I followed a rock down. Whoops. This game doesn't let you break limbs. Wait, is that it? Is that it? Something here. I see something. Yeah, that would be it. Huh. Ah! Fuck it, I'm taking the photo. Let's try this again. I love it. Okay, better. Okay. Pose. Taking a turd. And then my expression. See if I can get him to scratch himself again. Come on, drop down, you dick. How'd I get him to drop down? There we go. Scratch yourself. There we go. I'll take it. Okay, so... Didn't even need a map. Something in there. Alright, well... Got a few more bucks. I only need 15 bars and some change. The question is now, what do we do? Now I do have one more treasure map, but I'm a little treasure mapped out. Let's see if any of the daily objectives are interesting. Finish showdown and shootout series. Non-player enemies looted. Oddly enough, I could do two at the same time here. Oh, this interface is a little blah. Okay. Huh. Some of these names. Oof, 105. I ain't messing with that guy. Well... Well, how about I do a shootout? Oops, sorry, wrong button. Alright, we'll try this. Check here. Let's see it. I'm hoping I can get this 3D printer to where it's take it for granted. I have some art projects I want to do with it, but I also have some minor improvements I want to make around the house. We've got a few places where we could have shelves. My apartment was built in the 50s. A robe in the kitchen. It's just a big metal set of shelves on it. And it's for putting stuff. And there's a 4-inch gap between it and the wall. It's like it would be super easy for me just to make a little piece of shelving that fits in there, adhere it to the cabinet somehow, and then boom, we've got some space that was otherwise not useful. Put some for cleaning supplies or something in there. Billy Rub. hope something's gonna happen. Because if I have to abort this game, I'm not gonna be happy. Give it another go. Damn it. I have a feeling this is infinite loop. Frankly, it's getting frustrating. I may have to end task here. In fact, I'm almost certain of it. You know, I'm just gonna rip the bandage off. I'm sorry, I gotta restart the feed. Sorry.